Now we're talking about a big warm-up coming our way. It is the first weekend of spring, and Zoe is here, and it's
Yes.
beautiful outside, and it's like 80s?
80s early next week. Today's 70s, so
Okay.
don't expect 80s this afternoon, but 70s, yeah, by
Okay.
as soon as today. 80s by as soon as tomorrow, and the 80s going to stick around into Tuesday. So if you have maybe any outdoor activities that you've been wanting to get done, you've been waiting for the warm weather to do so, today is finally the day to get out and about to enjoy yourself. Early this morning, though, as usual, you still need to grab a jacket, but it's honestly pretty mild out there. We're in the upper 40s to lower 50s, so not that warm winter jacket. And make sure you dress in layers because once again, by this afternoon, we'll be noticing our clouds clearing up quite a lot. There's a bit of fog early this morning. That fog will continue to lift into this afternoon. There will be a bit more of that marine layer holding on tight closer to our coastal communities, which is why closer to the coast it is going to be a couple of degrees cooler. They're only going to be in the upper 50s to low 60s. Here in San Francisco, mid to upper 60s. And then the farther inland you go, the warmer it gets. 70s and mid 70s at that for parts of our inland locations this afternoon. And once again, it's only going to get warmer and warmer from here into tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be in the 80s, like I said. That high pressure is building overhead. You can see it just by the lack of cloud coverage, deflecting all of that moisture off and away from us here in the Bay Area. I do want to show you something really interesting, though. High temperatures this afternoon. They're really not going to be, or they are really going to be spread out depending on where you're located. 61 degrees high temperature at Ocean Beach, and then 71 degrees by the time that you step out past the Oakland Hills. So doesn't take too far to jump about 10 degrees from our coastal communities to our inland areas. Tomorrow, it's only going to get warmer. San Francisco will be in the mid 70s tomorrow afternoon versus mid 60s today, upper 70s into Tuesday before about a 10-degree temperature drop heads our way into Wednesday, including the potential for a little bit of rain late Wednesday and into Thursday. San Jose, like I said, going to be even warmer, not even just 80 degrees, the first 80-degree day of the year, likely Monday. Mid 80s by Tuesday afternoon. Again, enjoy the warm weather while you can because it is not going to last for long. Likely going to be seeing 84 degrees on Monday afternoon, having that be the first 80-degree day of the year. A couple of days ahead of schedule. Normally their first 80-degree day is March 29th in San Jose. But the reason is because of high pressure. It will continue to build overhead, moving directly over the Bay Area Monday and staying over the Bay Area into Tuesday, allowing the heat to continue to build. But you'll notice offshore that moisture will no longer be deflected by the mid to later parts of this upcoming week. So there is the potential for a little bit more activity as we step out mid to late this upcoming week. And then next weekend, it is not going to be nearly as nice as this weekend is. So I highly suggest you get out today. If you weren't able to get out yesterday, or even if you were, you should get out both days this weekend because it's going to be gorgeous. And if maybe you have Monday or Tuesday off early next week, again, plan anything you're doing outdoors because it is going to be gorgeous. Might obviously hot out there for our inland areas in the 80s all the way through Tuesday. Again, I hope you all can enjoy it because those 60s will return by the time that we step out Wednesday and stay in the 60s throughout the later parts of the upcoming week. Even coastal communities, though, if you want to make a beach day, 70 degrees both Monday and Tuesday of this upcoming week. Back to you.
I'm eyeing those 70s on the coast Monday and Tuesday. Thank you for that, Zoe.